Hi! Just gonna give it a wee minute. So there's people here. I'm going to go on and share so that people know I'm here. Let's see. Anyone here? Hi, Busy! Hi, let me turn this up a bit so I can hear. Hello! Hello! Just gonna give it a minute, see if more people are gonna come. Let me see if I can share. Nope, I can't do it that way. Swipe, swipe. Ah, I can see who's watching. So Mayor and Busy, hello, hello. So you're here. So I'll just give it another wee minute, just so that people can come on, because I don't want to go and start going into it until people are here so they can see. So I can see people coming on. I'm sharing it here so that everyone can see. So that all come and join me. Remember at the bottom to hit share with your friends and share on your pages and stuff so that more people can see, just in case Facebook's hidden anything and they don't let you let them see. So I have 6 people coming on, so remember to put up your likes and your emojis to let me know you're here. Let me see. And okay, so I've done some sharing. So I've got 7 people here. So it's showing me at the bottom. Hi Helody, how are you? Helody's here. Okay, hi Katie. Okay, can everyone hear me okay? Hi Jane. So I've got floaties. So can everyone hear me okay? And I don't want to be shouting too much because the wee one's just gone to sleep. So hopefully she'll stay asleep and she won't come visiting. Or the dog, he likes to make an appearance. He gets upset if he's not in the videos. So if you can hear me okay, that's fine. And the comments, and I can see the comments because I've turned my screen a different way this time, which is good. Because the last time I felt like I was talking to myself. Thank you, Jane. Last time I felt like I was talking to myself because I had my iPad in portrait, but then it didn't show me any of the comments, and I sound it, and then I saw them all at the end. So this time I've done it on landscape and I can see all the comments and stuff, so that's fine. And I'll just have to stand back a wee bit and shout a wee bit. So, and that is going to be too loud. Okay, so tonight I am going to talk about ring slings. I know some of you are probably wondering why I'm talking about ring slings when I don't really use them that much. I don't use them so much because I've got, I just don't get on with them with Caitlin. I prefer to have her on my back, and that's just my personal preference. I love them for wee babies, and hi Louise! I love them for wee babies and smaller toddlers, but for Caitlin, she likes a wrap, I like a wrap, so that's why I use them. But I do talk about ring slings a lot and give a lot of advice on them. If you don't know who I am obviously I am one of the faces in Joy and Joe now, so you'll see me replying and popping up lots of messages. I'm also a baby wearing consultant, so everything I'll be telling you tonight, well, you can go on and try it yourself. So I'm trained in giving advice, so hopefully this will go well and you'll all get on fine with ring slings. So is anyone that's watching so far, do they struggle with the ring sling? Do you find that your most common problems is that the rings slip down and they're not comfortable, or that you can't get a good enough seat with on your ring sling with your seat? So let me know, so comment below and let me know if you have any problems, and then I can troubleshoot with them. Jane, you hate them. So I don't like them for Caitlin's size, but I like them for wee babies, so it just depends. If I use a ring sling with newborn, what's the best way to position baby? Hi Kirsty. So with a newborn, the best way is to position them on your chest. But if you struggle with that, if you struggle with your position on the rings, then we can do it slightly off centre but still up and down. So I've got my dolly and stuff, and I can go over positioning for them. Lindsay's saying I like them but not for a long time with a 3-year-old. Yeah, they do kind of, I mean, they are designed that it does spread the weight evenly because it's cupping on one shoulder and the weight is at the other, so it balances you out a wee bit. But even with a big toddler, for a long time it can get a wee bit heavy and you do feel like you're cocking your hip, which is not what you want to do. You want the sling to take all the support. Finding difficult, yeah, it's I would say personally, in my experience on showing and teaching people, that wraps are easier than ring slings because ring slings take that wee bit longer to perfect. But once you've got it, I think once you've got it that one time, then you know what it feels like to have it correct, and you can get it right the next couple of times. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to put it on and how to prepare it, and then how to put your baby in, because not just a case of put on, putting baby in and tighten. It is when you, hi Louise. I mean, it is as quick as that when you get used to it, but beforehand, if you're struggling with it or if you're new to ring slings, I'm getting lots of loves, lots of loves and thumbs. I like it. So, what was I saying? Lost my train of thought. Yeah, so when you're getting used to it, you need to take that couple of seconds to prepare it and get it ready for baby to put in as well. So I'm going to get my ring sling and my baby and show you. So I have my trusty Purple Rain. I'm going to have to get some more ring slings, some more Joy and Joe ring slings, obviously. Okay, so your ring sling is, you have 2 nice sturdy rings at the top and it's stitched. I don't know if you can see. You've got your stitched. Ring slings come in different styles. You can get gathered like this, so you can see it's all kind of gathered round the ring and then stitched. You get ones that are pleated, you get box pleats, you get fancy pleats. It doesn't matter. A lot of people wonder what the difference is in the shoulder style, and it's basically just a comfort and how it feels on you. I prefer a gathered style because I feel like I can spread it out a wee bit more, but a pleated style can be quite nice if you want it more structured on your shoulder as well. So it all just depends on what you prefer and what's comfy. You always find threading it from the start helped from some reason. Yeah, pre-threaded is good for if you're in a rush or something, but threading it from the start every time, and it kind of keeps it in a rotation, keeps it going, and it keeps it nice and simple for you. So if you think about your baby, and if you went to lift up your baby, what side would you naturally put your baby on? So I would naturally hold on the right, which is back to front for a lot of people. A lot of people hold on the left. Apparently I'm one of like the 2% or something that goes on the left. Find gathered more comfortable than pleated. Yeah, it's just preference. It's just everyone's got a different preference. Some people hate ring slings altogether, and then some people only like specific ones as well. So yeah, so if I went to pick up Caitlin, I automatically always go put her on my right hip. So I want the rings to be on the opposite side, so the rings are going to go over my left shoulder. Okay, so I have the rings over my left. What I'm going to do is I'm going to reach behind. Okay, so I'm holding my rings and I'm holding the top edge. So I'm doing this so you can see, so it's not twisted or anything, and it's going to go smooth it straight across my back. Okay, it's nice and smooth. And then I'm going to leave that hanging there. I'm going to take this bottom hand, so I'm holding it out with my arms straight at the top, just like I'm holding holding a napkin as a waiter or something, so you can think you're doing that. So that's one way you hold it out. Then you're going to take this hand that's not doing anything, and you're going to hold from the bottom, and you're gathering up, gathering up, gathering up. And by doing it like that, it means it's going to tighten evenly all the way up at like a taper rather than straight, and you're going to get a nice tension right across here, so you can see. So it's just a different way. Some people just grab it and go like that, and then some people bring it across and grab it like that, and then you can see I've got more slack that I've done it that way. It's just a different way of doing it. You find what's easy for you. But this way, hold it like a waiter, grab from the bottom. So I'm grabbing quite close to my body, and then I'm gathering up, kind of tapering it up, and I'm taking it out of hand to hold it. So then it's ready. So then it's nice and smooth across my back. Does that make sense? Give me some indications that everyone's here. I've got 20 people watching me, so if you're watching me right now, I want you to put ring sling in the comments. So I want to see who's all watching me. So if you're watching right now, there's 22 people. Put ring sling in the comments and let me see. Hi Melinda. So if you're watching right now, type ring sling in the comments below, please, so I can see who's, and then I can say hello to you, and I know who's watching me, and I can say hi. Okay, so then I'm holding my rings. Hi Sally, hello. So I'm going to take my ring sling across. I'm going to I put my fingers through, catch my wrap, and then I'm going to pull it all the way through, and I'm kind of holding it here with my hand so I don't lose any of the tension, just so I know that it's not going to get twisted. Hi Lindsay, hi Melinda. See, this is good. So if you're typing ring sling in the comments, if you're watching now, so I can see who you are and I can say hello to you, so it doesn't feel like I'm just talking to my chair. So, which the iPad's on the chair, so it looks like I need to draw eyes on it actually, and then it'll make it look like there's somebody there that I'm talking to. It's quite nice. Hi Fiona. Okay, so now I've got it through both rings. I'm going to split the rings open. This part of the fabric is going to go over the first ring, and then under and through the second one. Okay. If you need me to do this again close up at the end or anything, I can. It's because it's quite a dark one, so I'm not sure if you're seeing it okay. Okay. So then I'm going to let some slack out. So obviously I need space for my baby. Okay. So again, I've kept the tension on it there so that I know there's no twists on it. So now this top part is my top hem. Okay, and this is the bit that's going to tighten at the back of baby's neck, or at the shoulder blades, or under their arms, depending on the age of the child. So this is your top hem. When you see it comes through here, back on itself. So I'm following the hem in case you can't see it with the light. So your top hem is going to come through here. It's going round, and it's going through, and it's here. So you can see as I tighten that up. Okay. So that's not twisted and it's staying there. And now I'm just gonna puff it out with my fingers. Hi Marka, hello. I'm just puffing it out with my fingers again. My other hem is at the bottom where I want it to be. I'm just gonna pull that through a wee bit. And that's making sure that there's no twists or folds or anything, and everything's nice and spread out. Okay, so now I am doing this, obviously I'm doing this slower than you normally would so that you get a detailed look at how things work. If you know the way it works and what's doing what part, then it's kind of easier to use it and easier to learn and pick up the trips as well. Okay, so now I've got it threaded, okay, and it's a smaller baby that I've got. The smaller the baby, the less slack you need. Okay, the bigger the baby or the toddler, then you would have it a bit wider. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to place the rings where I want them to be at the final position. Okay, so their start position and their final position should be the same. So here you can see just under my collarbone is a wee soft squishy bit. that's where I want the rings to sit, okay? Too high, it'll be on your collarbone and on your shoulder and it'll be painful. And then too low is right into your boob. And if you're a breastfeeding mum and you're maybe a bit full or something, and you don't really want anything pressing on your boobs. And also, it's not as comfortable when it's too low, okay? So this wee squishy bit here, just under your shoulder blades, is where you want your rings to sit. Okay, so I'm positioning my rings where I want them to be. That label's going to get in the way. Okay, and I'm spreading it over my shoulder a wee bit. I'm going to put my hand there and hold it. And I'm pulling round like this on my back, just to make sure there's no slack stuck at my back and it's all at the front where I want it to be. So now I have my pouch, okay? I'm putting my thumb in it and I'm pushing it down. Ideally it's on your hip. I've got it just above my hip because it's a smaller doll that I'm using. But if you're not sure, a good sort of point is to have it on your hip there. So, but you'll know, you practice. It's better to start looser than tighter, because if you lift your baby up and you've not loosened it faff, and then you're faffing and you're stucking, and then baby's going to get annoyed as well. Hi Leanne! Wait, I missed a... Yeah, it takes me a while to find that sweet spot to see where it's going to be best for you, for the size of your baby. And remember, as your baby grows, that's going to come looser and looser over time, so it will move. Okay, so for my dolly, I'm going to have it just above my hip, and there's enough slack in there. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to prepare it. So this is not fully prepared yet, okay? So I have my top hem and I have my bottom hem. My bottom hem is going to come up. You can see I'm pulling it up here. So it's now like a wee pouch. This is my bottom and I'm following it across, and I know that this is my bottom hem because I smoothed this all out. And all I'm doing here is I'm going to pull that bottom hem a wee bit tighter. So this is my bottom now, and I'm pushing it down. Hi Vicky! So I've pushed it down, so now this is my bottom hem. Try and get the light on it so you can see. My bottom hem is higher, so I've got a wee pouch here, okay? So that's where baby's going to sit. That's where the bum is going to be, and that's your seat. So that is how you make a seat and a ring sling, okay? So instead of all this pulling up, so you've got a nice straight line that's nice and secure for your baby's bum. Okay, so now this is all prepared. I'm going to get my baby, finally put my baby in. So remember, if you're watching, type ring sling in the comments below so that I know you're here and I can say hello, because it tells me there's loads of people watching but you're not all saying hello. So type ring sling if you're watching right now so I can say hello to you and see who you are. Okay, this is my baby. 2 seconds, I'll go have a drink. Talking too much, my mouth's drying up. So this is my baby. This is meant to be a newborn baby, but obviously it's a lot bigger than a newborn baby, because if I gave birth to this, I'd worry because it's quite a bit big and it would probably hurt. Hi Leanne! Hello! Hi Vicky! Okay, so obviously my baby's going to be on this hip, so I'm going to hold my baby a wee bit higher so it's kind of like leaning over my shoulder. I'm going to support the bum with my hand under the bum. If you hold your baby and press them onto you on your back, automatically they're going to arch their back and they're going to straighten their legs and they're going to flip out, and they're not going to. So if you're trying to get their legs in here and they're straightening their legs out because they don't want to, then you're not going to be able to do it right. So by supporting their bum, they feel reassured and they feel more comfortable, so they're going to cooperate a wee bit more. Then your other hand is going to come under and guide both legs under the fabric, and then you're going to slide baby down onto that wee rope of fabric. Okay? So now what I'm doing is I'm guiding the legs through, and baby's legs are automatically cradling round me, okay? So you can see that the bum has naturally gone lower. So now my knees are nice and high, my bum is low, and baby is automatically curled round me, okay? And my rings are still in the same place. So now I'm going to reach here at the back. So I know that this top one here is going to be my top hem. So I'm just going to put my thumb in, slide my thumb under the bum and here, just to make sure that that's not twisted, okay? And then I can bring it up. I'm just pulling it up just enough that it goes up to the back of baby's neck and just a wee bit extra, okay? So now I'm making sure that all of the fabric, any slack that's worked its way around, I'm pulling it round to my rings. So that's the big issue. So if your rings move, you're not bringing all your slack round. So you're keeping all your slack in your back, and when you pull this and pull this and pull this, it's just working all the way around. So if there's nothing back there to pull against, it's just tension, then you're going to get it nice and tight, okay? So making sure all the slack is here, any slack under here, and just making sure, sliding it all the way around. Okay, so now all this slack that I thought was gone is here, but it's where I want it to be because it's going to go straight through the rings and out, and my rings are going to stay in place. Okay, so baby's at the right height, legs are comfortable. I'm going to support baby and this thing in one hand, and then I'm going to pop up some my thing. So, right, so now my top hem is first. I'm going to tighten this first, and because I threaded my rings nice at the start, then my top is going to come down and it's going to be this one. So you're going to pull just fingertips on your top, and I'm going to pull it straight across. So you can see that that's tightened up here, okay? So now I'm going to hold that tension, and I'm going to imagine that there's stripes going down all this. But as you can see, this is a circle and it's not a square, okay? So when you're pulling, if you pull them all in the same direction, you're not going to get a nice tension. So imagine that this is a nice sunshine and you're drawing sun rays. So they're coming out like my little fingers like this. They're going to come round all the way until they're coming out this way. Okay, so I hope that makes sense. So I'm just using the back of my arm here to support my baby, keeping the tension on my top tail, and then I'm going to gradually pull my sun rays. Okay, and I'm just doing it a wee bit at a time so I can feel how it's getting tighter. Okay, so that's now graduated tension. It's all the way around and there's no slack there. Now I'm lifting up my baby a bit so I can tap it over my shoulder a wee bit more. And that's it. So that is your ring sling on, nice and comfortable. All the tension is staying in place. There's no sneaky slack. I can spread it down on my back a wee bit more if I want. Making sure that my wee knees are up. Pushing the wee knees up and careful. And baby's wee handies are up. And this one here is cupping. It's just cupping my boob. So that one there. Okay, so that is how you get a nice seat in your ring sling. Prepare the seat. That is not going anywhere. Even if that baby decided to have a total fit and straighten his legs, he's not going anywhere because he's nice and secure in that wee pouch. Everything's nice and tight. If you want to, so this is a wee bit closer to my neck than I would like. If you try and move it without holding anything, it's difficult to move. Put the hand on baby's bum, lift that a wee bit, and it's going to give you some slack. So then you can, my necklace, you can pull it away from your shoulder and gather it down a wee bit more if you want. Okay, so you can see my rings in my wee squidgy bit where they started, and that is my ring sign. Okay, has anyone got any questions? Thank you, Leanne, my beautiful seat, my bum. You can see my skulls. It's my lovely purple rain ring sign. Okay, so with your, people always ask me what to do with this. First of all, if you want to be fancy, you can just have it swooshing down and just let it do what you want. And if you have a smaller baby and you want a wee bit more head support, I'm going to put my thumb in my top rail. I'm going to take it, I'm going to loosen, put a wee bit of slack in my top rail, twist my tail. So I'm twisting, 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 and then I'm going to put this behind my baby's neck. And then you've got a wee bit of a head support for a newborn or a smaller baby, okay, or anyone. Good for Bonnie, my baby. Any tips to do with that? Thank you, Joyce. Yes, there's nothing nicer than baby wearing. There's so many benefits to it. There's so many benefits for baby. There's benefits for mum and everything. Yeah. Is this what you meant, Lindsay? So using your tail for extra bits. So this is one. So making a wee bit of head support. So remember to put your slack in first, or you'll not manage to tighten it up. So now I'm taking out my tail, but I've got a wee bit of slack. So again, I'm pulling the slack round to the rings, and then I'm pulling it through, and that's it, all tightened up again. Okay, so then if you've got an RS in your hospital bag, that'd be perfect. What one have you got, Vicky? What one are you taking in your hospital bag? Another thing you can do with your tail is if you're not totally confident yet on your seat and you still feel that it needs a wee bit of work, but you're in a rush and you just need some extra support. So again, give your tail a wee twist. Okay, and I'm taking it under baby's bum, so it's gone over both legs under there, and then I'm going to tuck it in at the back. So now you've got a reinforced seat, and your tail is tucked away. So you can see, so I'm just tuck that in there. That's just my label poking out. So I've twisted it, and it's gone over the leg, and I've tucked it in the back here. So I've got nothing hanging down, getting in the way, and it's nice and neat and tidy. So, what does that? Real long tail, which I covered the rings first and then made a neck roll. Yeah, Sally, that's a good thing to do as well, especially if you haven't got your rings quite in the right place and they want a wee bit of extra coverage. I'll show you that one. You're taking a quad for your newborn, Vicky. Are you mad? Are you mad? I want to see that. I want to see your squish it in a quad ring sling. That'll be impressive. You want more ring slings now, Lindsay? See, we'll get one soon. Okay, so another way, so this will be like fixing things now. So if you have got your ring slings, so I'm sliding baby round a wee bit, okay? So now, if I've done this, and it still doesn't look too bad, but it's not ideal because that's pulling more into my neck now because my rings are down lower. Okay, but if you were in a rush and your rings were a bit of a pain, take your tail, hang on, I need to put my necklace in my top because it's getting in the way. Okay, so take your tail, pull it through. Okay, so that's just once, which is fine, but you can do it again. Okay, and I'm spreading that out over my rings so it's all tidied in a way. So even if I went out like this, no one would know that my rings are in the wrong place because I've wrapped them all up, and I could wrap it even again. So if you wanted a wee bit of more padding, it's really, it's not great now because I've wrapped it around so much, but if you wanted to, you could. Probably twice would be enough for me. So I'm putting my baby back in the right position now. Okay, so hi Zoe. You will be the coolest mum on the world, Vicky. That is true. You will be, especially with your hair matching your ring sling. Okay, so has anyone got any questions, or has anyone got anything that they struggle with a ring sling that they want me to help fix? Any other? So this is a straight back. You can also do a twist in it. You can do lots of things with ring slings. Let me see. Okay. So who was it that was asking? Let me see. Who was it that was asking about? Sorry, I'm just scrolling back here. Down at the bottom. Kirsty. So Kirsty asked at the beginning, what's the best way to position a newborn? Okay, so actually I should have shown you that. So to get baby out, I'm going to put one hand under baby's bum and lift slightly. So by lifting slightly, it's putting slack in here so that I can release it easier. If you don't take the weight of baby, then it's going to lock and it's going to be really difficult to undo. So hand under baby, lift slightly, and I'm lifting this top ring up, and you can see how nicely that was just loosened. And then you can pull it down, and then you could take baby's legs out. Or what I like to do is put my hand under baby's bum, and then over the head, and then baby's moved. So if baby's falling asleep or anything, then you're not moving them, and then you can gently put them down. So I'm going to put baby on the table there. Okay. So struggle with lifting your arm or using your arm, the rings are on. Okay, Lindsay, so I'm just going to do a newborn option, and then I will show you how to adjust it on your shoulder. So again, so this is too slack now, so I'm just going to tighten it up. So again, I'm making sure that my top hem is in line. Spread, 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 making sure it's all nice and tight. Okay, and then I'm going to prepare my bottom. So my bottom is still pretty much prepared. There we go. Okay, so what I'm doing now is my rings are in the right place. Rings are in the right place. Any slack, pull the slack round to the front. So now I have my wee pouch. I'm going to take my baby. Okay, so your newborn, pop your newborn on your shoulder, hand under the bum. Other hand is going to come underneath and take both legs and slide baby down. Okay, so this time I've not put enough slack in there, so I've just slackened it off a wee bit. So this time you're going to want to slide baby down onto that rope. So I can see that it needs more slack because obviously this is not a newborn. So I'm sliding baby down onto the front, and I am positioning the legs, and baby's bum is on that wee rope. So it's on the rope there, and I'm getting the position right. So hang on, baby's trying to undress me. Fix my t-shirt. Okay, so I'm fixing the legs, and getting my position right. So my position where baby's wee bum is overhanging, so you can see that perfect seat there. Baby's bum is overhanging and the knees are higher than the bum. So can everyone see that? Okay, that position. Okay, so this is the position that I want my newborn to be in. So again here, I know that this is my top rail, so I'm just putting my thumb in, sliding all the way around to make sure that it's not twisted. And then I'm just going to pull it up. Pull it up. Okay, to the back of baby's neck. And then I'm making sure that it's under the bum. Okay, so any slack that's snuck its way around to the back, I'm pulling, okay, I'm pulling it all the way around to the front again, so it's next to my rings. Okay, so any slack, so you can see now all my slack is here rather than round here, so this is pretty secure. Okay, so again, as before, you're going to start with your top, and you pull it out and round, hold that in place while I use my forearm to support baby's bum, and then I'm just going to gradually pull it through. Okay, so because I got it at the right size before I started tightening, you see that there's not much that I need to tighten, rather than pulling it all the way through. So that's what you're looking for at the end. You're looking for not a lot of slack coming through if you get it all done nice and correctly. So now I'm just making sure my wee baby's hands are up. The baby's in the right position. Try to make it look more like a newborn. It's clearly not a newborn. Okay. And I'm leaving a wee bit of slack here because if it's a newborn, then I want to do this. Okay, so this is your newborn position. So central in your chest, nice and straight. Baby's spine is mirroring my spine, and the wee leggies are up and secure, and then you've got your head support. So if you find that this doesn't feel comfortable because you've got the rings here, you can have baby, so I'm putting baby slightly off centre. Okay, so baby's still straight up and down, but they're just slightly off centre a wee bit, so it balances out those rings a wee bit. Okay, and then I've just tightened up again. So still straight up and down, so baby's not on my hip, because if it's a newborn then clearly they're not going to be able to be on your hip because they have no head control. So baby is still on my chest but just slightly off centre, so that you can allocate the rings on your chest as well if you're worried about baby being too close. So is there an age limit you'd say using a ring sign? 15 maybe for a ring sign. I don't. Depends what ring sign you've got and how long you're going to be using it for. So for my 4-year-old, she can fit in this ring sign no problem. But for me, I don't find it as comfortable because she's older and obviously because she's heavier. But some people only prefer ring signs for toddlers because they are up and down. Challenge accepted, Leanne. Go for it, go for it. You get a 15-year-old in a ring sign. That would be hilarious. So, yeah, so it's great for quick up and downs. So, toddlers, preschoolers, it's fine. I've seen 5-6-year-olds in a ring sign on the hip, no bother. So it just depends. Obviously, check that your ring sign can hold it, whatever ring sign you've got, and just make sure that you're safe when you're doing it and everyone's comfy. If you're only doing it for an emergency, if someone's had a fall and hurt their foot and they can't walk, or if your wee one's really upset and they just need to be there but you still need to pick things up and do stuff as well, just use it for what you need to do. If you if you're going to be using it all the time, then you might want to do this with the reinforcing the seat to give you a wee bit more support, which is quite good for older kids because it gives you that wee bit of reinforcing a seat a wee bit, and it kind of holds it a wee bit tighter because the rings are going back on themselves. But it just depends how you feel. Comfort is obviously very important after safety. As long as you're safe and then as long as you're comfy, then it's fine. So Lindsay was saying that she struggles to move her arms with her the side that the rings are on. So, and I mean, I do too. I don't like being restricted. So I always say to people, if you're going to be using a ring sling, it's not completely hands-free carry because you have your cuppage on your shoulder. So I'm not getting full range on my shoulder. And this one, if you have a hip carry, your hand will automatically hold on to your baby, so you're not getting this, but you still have your full range on that side as well. So one way you can do is you can just push it up, push the bottom part up a wee bit and pull it away from your shoulder, so then it's on the flat of your shoulder. The only thing is, when you're moving this shoulder here, this part, the muscles are going to move and it's going to gradually push it more into your neck. There's nothing you can do to stop that happening. That's just going to happen anyway because the mechanics of your body and moving and pushing. So, I mean, if you need to move your arms, so say if you're like this and you needed to get something out of a shelf, I would just pop that off your shoulder, reach up, put it back down and cup your shoulder again. So to release this, I've got my hand on baby and I'm pushing up a wee bit to give me some slack. So if I try and do this without pushing baby up, it's a bit stiffer. So you can see giving that slack by lifting the baby up. So that's the advice I would give Lindsay. Let me know if you come up with anything else. Also, you do have ring slings that have that are a bit flatter, that have less on them. It just depends. Anyone else got any questions, or want me to show you anything with the ring sling? Let me see. Anyone there? Ah, my throat gets so dry when I'm talking so much. Anyone got any questions about ring sling? Any more tips you would like to know? Who's all there? Tell me there's people here, so why are you not saying back? Zoe, come on now. We'll leave that one. We'll leave back carries for another day, I think. We'll stick with hip carries. That's cheeky Zoe. You know, back carry with an RS is horrendous. I can do it, but I'm going to leave back carries for another day because we're going to prepare. My connection went. Is everyone back? I'm back. Okay. So I think that's us for it. I don't think anyone's got any other questions they want to see. Oh, I knocked over something. If anyone has anything else they would like to ask or like to see, I will do another video if enough people want to see it again. I want to know more things. Just comment below, even if you're watching this on the replay. If you are watching it on the replay, type replay in the comments so I know how many people are watching it on the replay as well if you can't join me live. And leave any questions that you want me to cover. Even if I don't video them, I will comment and try and reply to every question that I can when I see it. So thank you for joining me and thank you for being so interactive. It's nice to have people there talking to me back and asking me questions and stuff, which is really nice. So thank you so much for everyone joining me tonight. And yes, Zoe, I cannot wait. So if anyone's coming to Sling Show Scotland in just over a week's time, then I will be there on the stall and I'll be able to help you with your ring sling. So if you have ring sling or a wrap or anything, bring it along to the stall and I'll be able to help you and show you, and also show you all of the pretties that we're going to have there as well. So I'm going to go now. I'm going to have a cup of tea because I'm gasping, and I will see you all soon. Thank you. Bye.